My name is Dr. Kenneth Fine. I attended Parkway North Senior High, Parkway North Junior High at the time, and Fernridge Elementary. And I am a stated physician-musician on a mission as my career currently.
Tell me what that is.
Well, I'm an MD. I graduated from the University of Missouri, Kansas City in 1986 and trained in internal medicine and gastroenterology. So I'm a gastroenterologist, although I've always decided and desired to be an academician. And as you'll be hearing later, it was really my desire to be a teacher as influenced from my Parkway teachers that I decided to stay in academics in both teaching and research. And so for the first 20 years of my career, I was primarily a physician and researcher and really worked with a very renowned gastroenterologist in the world. His name is Dr. John Fortran. And he taught me to be very original and unique in all of your research pursuits. And I spilled over the original and unique into the rest of my life. And in the year 2000, I took the results of my research, which were opening up an interesting new paradigm about the diagnosis of gluten and other food sensitivities, and created a public access online clinical laboratory called EnteroLab, and a nonprofit educational institute called the Intestinal Health Institute. And so that started to put me in front of people, mostly speaking and educating and really trying to open the knowledge path to this paradigm that I discovered in my research. But at the same time, as I developed the mission statement of "For Your Health, Happiness, and Hope," I realized that being a musician and a singer, which I had aspired since high school, was part of my own happiness. And so at the beginning, I wasn't sure if that would be okay with the public, that, oh, is he a serious doctor if he's a musician? But you know what? I became the now stated, as I said, physician-musician. And the mission part is really to bring people to the understanding of all aspects of health for their own well-being, for their happiness, spiritual health included, nutritional health, emotional health, and really now my commitment to overall goodness for goodness sake.
Tell me a little bit about your memories of Parkway and your experience there.
Well, in one of my songs, I call them the glory years. And unfortunately, the line in the song is "the glory years are gone," but really, you all are doing a great job in keeping the glory years alive for us. I'm very committed to supporting reunions, and I tend to have a few of my own along the way, even between the official ones for my classes. But they're good memories. I was very fortunate to be both, I excelled in both academics and athletics, and have great memories of the baseball and football times that I had. I'm actually still in touch with my football coach from that time, who's really a very close friend and mentor and great man, Coach Denny Staub. I still support the team now in any way I can, and even was invited and fortunate enough to go to a class on Friday just to share my experience. And you know, I just really like to give back. I like to retain the memories and the path from which I came with gratitude, like parents, teachers, institutions, both you know, high school, my medical school, and to some extent even my training academic hospitals.
What advice would you give to those students who may be sitting in the seats that you sat in, or even the students that you just talked to? What advice would you give to them if they either want to go into your fields, plural, or if they are trying to figure out what they want to do?
Well, it's always my desire through my prayers actually that the things that I do, and they are somewhat unique, at least in what I consider to be courage to be everything and anything I want. I also really desire to be excellent at everything I do, which I believe is somewhat of a spiritual pursuit, quite frankly, to kind of mimic God's perfection as much as I can. But what I told the students the other day, and what I would tell any student, is be sure that you do not quell any creative pursuits you have in any profession. I did happen to read online, and just a headline, the most sought after trait in young applicants for jobs is creativity. And I had already recognized how important that is, not only in my own activities, but I even teach that as part of an important life attribute for health and happiness. If we cannot be creative, if that is closed off to us for whatever reason, we close it off, our job closes it off, or family, whatever, then that's where your energy gets kept down, your happiness. And truthfully, I mean, every new idea, every new product, every new business venture all came from one creative idea. And if a person doesn't follow up with action and intention, that this is what I want to do, this is what I'm led to do. And I also teach a lot about being purposeful, what you feel your purpose is on earth. That's what I mainly told them. They were interested somewhat in the medical side. A few of them, it was a biology class, and a lot of them probably will pursue scientific careers. But we watched some of the music videos that I've created, both for children's educational purposes in that class. It was an anatomy and physiology video from a program I created called Get on a Mission of Nutrition for Children. And for some reason they kept asking about the music, so we watched one of my music videos as well. It was quite fun. What does it mean to you to be inducted into the Parkway Hall of Fame? Well, it's an honor, of course, and I'm very thankful to have the honor. My pursuits generally, especially now on kind of the other side of all of the grade getting and success achievement that I sought as a youngster, I think we're kind of taught to do that in America, that if you're good, you've got to prove it. And we've got grade point averages and class ranks and batting averages and tackles per game and all these things I used to follow in my own activities. And at some point I realized that my life was really about other people, not about myself. And when you turn your life over in service, then all I really care about is being of service to other people. And I really hope that at a minimum that this achievement or this award brings some kind of inspiration, maybe to young people or whomever, and to pursue excellence, to be the best you can be, if for nothing else, for the cause of goodness, as I say, and really to be of service to others. I have to say that I certainly have no great back patting to myself. I don't feel pride per se in achievements. And really interestingly, this is probably the first award in, gosh, since medical school. Because there's just not, well, maybe there was one other, but there's not a lot of awards in life per se. And I realized that, okay, what am I going to do now that I have no more grade point average to maintain and class rank, and suddenly you realize that the definition of success, which interestingly is one of my new public educational programs, is called Redefining Success. We have to learn to do that. Okay, so if success was defined with numbers, and a lot of us do it with our salaries and our bank accounts, but we have to really find that new definition of success and live up to that. I just turned 50 on Friday, interestingly, so I'm only going to state that because it's kind of a milestone birthday, and I got to spend it being of service to some young kids, and that was about the best I could do, separate from the bowling party I'm having on Sunday. But anyway, so that's what I feel about. Congratulations on the award and the induction. Thank you very much.